Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. It is Acura Integra weekend here on Chavy's Rides. Today we got the big dog in the Integra lineup. We got a 2024 Acura Integra Type S, majestic black on the exterior with that black and red two-tone interior. So we're going to check out this Type S, see what the big dog in the lineup brings as far as performance in the new year. So let's dig in. Up front on this Type S Integra, again, the majestic black looking good with the black grille, LED lighting all the way around. Those LED headlights are called July by Acura. We have the Acura badge in the middle, Type S on the right. Huge side intakes to cool down this engine, so therefore we don't have fog lamps on the Type S for that reason, but it's a really good looking front end, and we have functional heat extractor on the hood. Coming in closer, I love the shape of this Acura grille, and I like the fact that we are in flat black. There's our July headlights. As we come around to our wheel and tire setup, we have a 19-inch aluminum alloy wheel. The color here, I believe Acura calls it shark gray. Now, brake and rotor package, we have larger brake and rotors on the Type S than your standard A-spec Integra. So we're looking at 13.8-inch front rotors, 12-inch rear rotors, fully ventilated, of course. Up front, we got Brembo brakes. And now, the tires they put on here, I think they got proper tires. We're looking at Michelin Pilot Sport 4S tires all the way around, 265 on the width, a 30 series sidewall 19s, all four corners, front wheel drive with a front limited slip diff. We do have front independent suspension with multi-link rear. As we come to our full side profile, love the body line that goes right from the front fender through the door handles and into the taillight area. Looking good, very aggressive look on this Type S for sure. We also have front and rear stabilizer bars to stiffen up the chassis for your track day if you so choose. Come on closer, we have Type S right there on our front fender. Color match side view mirror with LED turn signals, color match front and rear door handle, left side fuel filler cap, up top color match roof, shark fin antenna, and there is no power roof available on the Type S. The rear end of the Type S looking good. We got a lip spoiler coming off the lid, deck lid. We got the Type S badge on the left, Acura in the middle, Integra right there on the rear bumper, LED lighting all the way around. Then we have our rear diffuser area in the body color with that tri-pipe exhaust, which kind of looks like a pipe organ from church. But let's see here how this baby sounds. We are under the hood of this Integra Type S, and what do we have for a power plant? We have Acura's 2-liter turbocharged inline 4-cylinder engine, mated to a 6-speed manual transmission, and that is the only transmission available in the Integra Type S. 320 horsepower, 310 pound-feet of torque. That's 120 more horsepower than the A-spec Integra. MPGs, 21 in the city, 28 on the highway, 24 combined. The engine's minimum octane rating is 91, so you'll need to use premium unleaded fuel. All right, before we get into the interior, you're going to want to know, Mike, how much for this Type S Integra? Well, let me tell you, this Type S is going to be nowhere near the 35 grand that we saw in the A-spec yesterday. This is a much more expensive car, much more track-focused car, so here we go. MSRP base for the 24 Integra Type S is $50,800. Now, a few of the mechanicals that I haven't mentioned yet, and I want to give you some clarity on them as well. So as I mentioned, we have a limited slip diff. We also have integrated dynamic system, or IDS, with individual mode. We have adaptive dampers, all four corners. Now, the front suspension is a dual axis strut front suspension, and again, like I said, the multi-link rear electric power steering, and to save even more weight, they went with a lightweight single mass flywheel on the transmission. Now, there's only one option on this Type S, and that is the majestic black paint for an additional $600. We then have to add in $1,195 for destination and delivery from Acura's Marysville, Ohio assembly plant, and we have a total MSRP for this vehicle from the factory of $52,595. Let's check out the interior. Starting with the footbox, we have a nice large dead pedal, clutch, brake, and accelerator. Aluminum finish on the 3 pedals. I'd like to see a little bit of that on the dead pedal just to finish it off. The carpeted floor mats are in the car, but we got some paper down to protect it from people getting in and out of this thing. Now, here we go with our Type S. Door sill plate to welcome you to the vehicle, looking good. Seating wise, we have power seat with lumbar for the driver, manual assist, again to save some weight for the front passenger. Now we have the black and red two-tone interior with the red stitching all the way around, bolstering firm Type S. We have that embossed into each front headrest, looking good. Ultra suede material on the insert, not Alcantara, but that's what it feels like, but a really well finished off sport interior on this Integra Type S. Door panels, soft touch up top, brushed aluminum on the door handle. Then we do have some aluminum trim in and around that. We do have the upgraded ELS Studio 3D sound system with 16 speakers in here. We have a soft armrest in red with the stitching, the red insert, looking good, flat black on our switchgear. A good sized door pocket for this track focused vehicle. And then there's one of those ELS speakers. There's the other one up there. We'll give you a close up of it. It looks really well integrated. Do like it. Up top, soft touch, soft touch. Now we have some gray trim that goes right into our heat and air vent. I do like the aluminum grating on the vents. Gives it a sporty look. And now more red in the soft touch, and then down below a nice large glove box. Infotainment system, we have Acura's 9-inch infotainment system. Now this does not have built-in nav. They're not even going to do it. So all the nav is going to come through your phone with your maps. And I think that's fine. Most people are going to use it that way anyway. Let me know what you think. But we have wireless CarPlay, Android Auto, Sirius XM, over-the-air updates. You can Bluetooth your phone and all that jazz. It is a touchscreen, the first touchscreen that we've seen in an Acura. And I think right now the Integra has the only touchscreen in the lineup of all their vehicles. And then we can go to our general settings. We can set up our general settings, our sound, our camera, our voice control, and all that other good stuff. We can go back to home. We can come across, we got our trip computer, Acura Link, which is of course hooking it up to their app, display mode, where we can go ahead and change how we want the display to react and look. So they have a lot of nice, easy to get to functions in here. And we do have ambient lighting in here as well, which is a nice touch. So I like that. So it's a really nice, easy system to use. Now, when we want to turn on our cameras, we'll go to reverse. Nice large backup camera with trajectory, nice and clear. And we can also change how we want these camera angles to look as well. So that's a nice touch, but I do like how clear this is. Now, moving down, here's our push button start with the red writing right over here. Four-way hazards, again, heat and air with that aluminum grating, which I like. Dual zone climate control. 3-stage heated seats for the driver and the front passenger. No heated steering wheel, but you can add one. The dealer will add it on. And but I don't know if you really would want that on a Type S. Let me know what you think. Down below, though, we have a 12-volt USB-C, USB-A, and a wireless charging pad. Here is the 6-speed manual gear shift, and we have the ultra suede material with the red stitching. So I like the way they bring that in, but look at that. The knob looks good with the stitching. There is the pattern for you right there. Looking good. Love the way this looks. We have an individual mode that you can set yourself, and then we have our other dynamic modes we'll show you when we go through the digital dash. Electronic emergency brake, auto vehicle hold on or off. There's our Type S on the aluminum trim right there on our gear shift. Looks good. 2 cup holders. We do have some gloss black plastic, so be careful for scratching there. And then our key fob I really like. Here is the Acura Type S key fob. Lock, unlock, pop the trunk area. This is officially called the lift back. And then we have our panic button on the side here. It says Acura, and then on the back, the Acura badge with Type S. Well executed there. And then we do have an armrest, semi-soft, in red. Open it up, and we do have a smaller area for storage. Type S steering wheel, nice leather wrap wheel, nice 10 and 2 notches. We have the red stitching to kind of tie that in, which I like. Acura badge on the horn button, some gloss black around the switchgear, but the switchgear itself is flat black. Down below, brushed aluminum, and then of course Type S on our wheel. Looking good, love how it looks. Now on the left you got your voice commands, volume, seek for your music. On the right you got your adaptive cruise control, safety suite controls as well. So that's a nice touch. Now on our stalks, we have our headlight controls over here on the left, windshield wipers on the right. Down below, over here on the left, traction control off. Steering wheel, we have a manual tilting and telescoping wheel, so Acura has you covered there. And then we have a fully digital 10.2-inch dash from Acura. Now, if you go to individual mode, it's going to show up over here on your infotainment screen, and you can adjust how you want everything to be in the car in individual. Now I'm going to switch, I'm going to stay here. Now I'm going to switch to Sport, and it changes. Sport Plus, we go all red. And then we come back down our toggle, and then we can go to Comfort. So those are the 3 that we have in here: Comfort, Sport, and Sport Plus. And of course, for the drive today, we're going to stay in Sport Plus. Now, we do have additional information inside each digital dial. So if we take a look, we can go through and display whatever we would want to display in here, as you can see, which I do like. And then you can select it, and then it's on the button on the right side, the toggle on the right side. Now we can go through additional information on the right side of the dash. So, and there's our tire pressures, maintenance oil life, all that jazz. So they got some nice additional track focused information on here as well. So really a well executed dash here in this Type S. Overhead console, here's a spot for your shades right there. We do have LED interior lighting if you want that lighting to come on and off when you open and close the door. This button remains in the center on door. And when you open it up, lighting comes on. Close the door, the lighting will dim out. We have a frameless rear view mirror with auto dim. And then we have our sun visor with vanity and a light. And does it slide? Yes, it does. Getting in the back of our Type S Integra, I have the seat set for my driving position. But duck when you get in, we have a low roof. Big time low roof. Now, once we're in though, I have enough room for my head, shoulders, and knees at 5'11". We got the red all the way down. No seat pocket behind the driver. We have one behind the front passenger. No command center action at all here in the back. Back door panels, same vibe and use of materials as the front, minus that speaker trim that's on the front door panel. So there you go, front door panel looking good. Back door panel, got the same vibe, not quite the same, but it's close. In the back now, we got the red with the stitching, looking good. Black seat belts, so we got the contrast, but we don't have a rear armrest. The cup holders are right in here, in between your 2 rear seat passengers. Now, in the A-Spec, I'm thinking, I said, you know, we need a rear armrest. With a track-focused car like the Type S, Acura's thought process was, people really aren't going to be in the back seat of a Type S because the owner is going to be out on the track enjoying it on the weekend. Most likely not going to carry 4 people in this car, so we're not going to throw the connectivity in. We're not going to throw the armrest in. But you let me know what you would do with this car and if Acura's thought process here in the back of this Type S was correct. Getting into the cargo area of your Type S, you can pop it from your key fob, or you can come to the back. And right underneath the Acura badge, there's a button. You just hit it and lift up. fairly light, but substantial. Now, being a lift-back design, we have a lot of cargo space in the back of the Type S. We're looking at 24.3 cubic feet of cargo space in the back of this Type S. Here we are, looks good. There is the subwoofer for our premium audio system. Underneath here, we have some more storage, and we do have a tire repair kit, so there's no spare, again, to save weight. So let me know what you think. Now, if you need more room, you can get the rear seats down. So you can either reach through and push them down that way, or you can come around to the door, depending on what you want to do, and just push them down. And then come around to the other side, grab the button, and just push them down. And now, if you don't have anybody in the back, and Acura's assuming most Type S owners won't, you got even more space. So if you need to bring a new set of tires to the track with you or something like that, your gear, you're all set if you're going to track this car. But let me know, if you are a Type S owner, are you tracking the car, and how do you like it so far? And if you're not, let me know how you like it on the road. But a great use of space with this liftback design by Acura in this Type S Integra. The window sticker for our Integra Type S, here we go, 24 Integra Type S, majestic black with the red, standard equipment right here. Only one option, obviously, which is the paint. Total vehicle MSRP from the factory. Fuel economy estimates. Made in the USA, in Ohio. Let's take this baby out for a spin. All right, we're out on the road in this 24 Integra Type S. And right now I have it set in comfort just to kind of get an overall feel for how it feels under normal driving. And you could tell when I switched out of Sport Plus to Comfort, everything kind of relaxed a bit. But it is a very, very light on its feet vehicle. We're looking at only 3,200 pounds. So 320 horsepower in a 3,200 pound car. This thing weighs like nothing as far as that goes. And so the ride is going to be very, very firm the way they have the suspension set up. But for the lack of a better term, hot hatch, this is the way you would want one set up for that enthusiastic drive. And of course, the 6-speed manual makes you feel more connected to the car. At least I've always thought it made you feel more connected to the car than a regular transmission did. Now, visibility is great out the windshield. Side glass, side view mirrors are nice and large. Rear view mirror, no problem at all. We have blind spot monitoring, cross traffic alert, lane keep assist, all that jazz is in this Type S. So they have you set up with the safety tech. Obviously the Jewel Eye LED lighting up front as well. And what they call chicane rear tail lights are in the back, as well as your daytime running lights are called chicane daytime running lights in this Type S. So really well set up. The suspension, well done. Again, it's going to be on the firm side. And of course, as you're trying to save weight for track times, what's going to happen is you're not going to have as much sound deadening material inside the vehicle as you would normally, and so you get a noisier passenger cabin. But that's just the way this car has been designed, so the cabin is a bit noisy. The other thing that I would mention, as far as your wheels, you have a 30-inch sidewall, which is thin. So if you're driving around the roads, especially like for me in central New Jersey, you better watch out for the potholes. Because if you hit a pothole at all with these skinny sidewalls, you're going to get a side bulge, or you're going to damage the tire otherwise. And that could be a problem. And if you hit them too hard, not only do you blow the tire, you risk bending the wheel as well. All right, so now we are in Sport Plus with our 6-speed, and this thing shifts so easily. Nice short shift and a really precise pattern, which I really like. And these Sport 4S tires just hold the line beautifully. And that's what I mentioned when we did the A-Spec, right? That had the all seasons, and I said if you put on some Sport 4S or Pilot 4 all seasons, you'd get a lot more stick, better performance out of the A-Spec. Well, here we go. Here's the evidence with me behind the wheel that you're going to get a lot more stick and a lot more performance. Of course, here we got 120 horsepower more than the A-Spec. So that's big time. And now we're in Sport Plus. Everything is stiffened up. The ride is even more firm now. The seats, though, I do like the seats. They are pretty comfortable for sports seats because you lighten up the seats too with what they're made with, and of course the cushioning in them. But they still feel good on my low back and on my tush. So that's a good deal. Now our turning radius on the Type S is 19.85 feet. So it's wider than your A-Spec because the wheels are bigger, tires are bigger. So here we go. But it's gonna whip around no problem. That's how the Brembos do. We'll come to a stop, hands off the wheel, nice and straight, no problem at all. Back to first gear. Sorry about that, still getting used to the clutch. But you can tell you got that extra horsepower. This thing really gets up and goes. And if you put this on a real tight road, or on the track, you're going to have a ton of fun in this car. No doubt in my mind, you're going to have a ton of fun. Come up to this left sweeper, see how she does. Look at that, hold the line beautifully. To the right, holds the line beautifully. What stick! Great balance in the chassis as well. Really well done in this Type S for sure. We're gonna pop around here, give you a little demo on the highway, let you know how this cabin's going to sound up at highway speeds. What a great manual transmission this is. Wow. You know what? I think it could have been noisier, but it isn't quiet. at this hold. Yeah, yeah. So anyway, let me know what you think about this Integra Type S. Do you go Acura Integra Type S, or are you going to go, or did you go with that Honda Civic Type R? Because here we are, sister vehicles. Let me know in the comments what you think. I think this is fantastic. If you're in the market for one of these track-focused liftbacks like the Integra Type S, you know what? Go out and drive one. They are a hoot to drive. But let me know what you think about it in the comments. But I do want to thank Precision Acura of Princeton for allowing the channel access to this 2024 Acura Integra Type S for review today. I'd like to thank all of you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a like. Please also consider subscribing and turn on that notification bell so you'll never miss another Shabby's Rides video. And I'll see all of you on the rebound. Take care, everyone.